It's 102.1 KPRI Studio I, and right now I'm joined by, wow, this is kind of a trip, I got to be honest with you, Mike. It's a rock legend. Do you get that a lot? People like me who are like, grew up listening to your band, R.E.M., and you're like, wow, it's kind of weird. I won't take a knee or anything, but it's an absolute flippin' honor to meet you.
Oh,
Seriously,
you.
Mike, and I mean that.
Thank you. No, I don't hear the words rock legend very often, but it's nice to hear them now.
I'm putting you in that category.
I appreciate that.
But I won't go down like the Chris Farley route and say, remember that show in 1987 at the San Diego Sports Arena?
In a van.
I was a freshman at college. You guys were so awesome. So you got a new record coming out March 8th.
We do.
Collapse Into Now. And my boss, who I believe talked to you during the Q&A, Haley,
Yes.
said to me, ask him, and I hate asking this question, but she said to do it. Ask Mike about how you came up with the name of the record, Collapse Into Now.
Well, it's kind of cool. The very last song on the record is called Blue, and it came together at the very last minute. Patti Smith came in to sing on something else, and she ended up singing on that. It sounded great. She happened to be there while we were trying to decide what to name the record. And the words Collapse Into Now are part of Michael's spoken word thing on that last song. She said, well, call the record Collapse Into Now. We thought about it, and the more we thought about it, the better we liked it.
And it stuck.
And it stuck.
And you're taking a different approach when it comes to releasing the record, correct? You're kind of doing it in chunks, songs at a time, at least through the on-air and the digital and mobile space.
Right. Well, it was the record company's idea. I guess basically you're doing two things. You're using technology that we have today to do things that haven't been done before, and also it helps to prevent, if you leak some of the record yourself,
right,
it kind of takes the wind out of the sails of anyone who's trying to get ahead of the game
right,
and leak it themselves. So yeah, by saying we're not precious about it, you don't have to wait till March 8th to hear the whole thing. Here's some of it, and here's some more of it, and here's a little more of it, and by March 8th, people have heard half the record.
And you've gone on record, pun intended,
exactly,
saying that there's something really special about this record, and it's some of the best stuff you've ever recorded as a band. And am I misquoting you there?
No, I don't know. I don't know about ever, but I certainly think it's probably our strongest record, in 20 years.
Okay,
or close to it.
And what makes it so strong? What's different within the band today than, say, within the last 20 years?
That's a really good question. I think any band or any family or any work group or anybody that hangs around together for 30 years is going to have some ups and downs. Oh, yeah. We had a bit of a down period about 5 or 6 years ago, and coming out of that, it's just a rebound effect. You come out even stronger, and we made Accelerate, which we thought was a really great record, but it was very focused. We wanted songs to be short, loud, fast.
Right.
And we did that. And so we felt that having made that statement and made that point, we could do anything we wanted on this record. So we wrote a bunch of songs and took the best ones, regardless of whether they were fast or slow or mid-tempo or anything else. We just took the songs that we thought made the best album, and that's what we got.
Okay, and it's a burner. I mean, the stuff I've heard, it's fantastic. And again, old school fan here, going 20, 30 years now. I mean, you were the band, quintessential band in college. I listened to this new material, I'm like, they still got it. I mean, it still has that same fervor, energy. The passion is still in place, and I love that.
Right. That's one reason I like the record. I think it shows that. It's,
that's how I feel.
To continue to write good songs after all that time, and to write enough good songs to make a good record is something we're really proud of.
Yeah.
And we feel pretty good that we've accomplished something we really wanted to accomplish, which is to show that, longevity doesn't mean diminishing returns. You can still do really great work even though you've been around for a long time.
I love that. It's about quality over quantity.
Exactly, or both. If you can
have both.
As Peter put in his annual, his yearbook, to me, quantity is quality. But
I love it.
That's a different story.
Okay, the track "Mine Smell Like Honey." I know you're getting this a lot, but I have to ask: does it mean what it kind of says? Is there an inside joke there? Because every time my radio terms backsell the song, I say R.E.M. "Mine Smell Like Honey," but my wife would beg to differ, and then I let it go.
Well, I think, as with so much of the best of our work, it means what you think it means.
Okay.
And that's a double entendre all in itself.
Of course.
Literally, it could mean as nasty as you want it to mean,
sure.
but I think there's a bigger picture, and Michael's lyrics are one of the reasons they're so good is because you can apply it to whatever situation you may have,
agree
whatever
with you.
feeling you have, whatever
Totally
situation
agree.
your life is, that phrase will work.
Yep.
And, I listen to the song, and I'm not entirely sure what
Me
it
too.
means.
I agree with you.
And I like that.
Fantastic. Now, you've also gone on record saying that you're not going to be touring in support of this new release. Is that true?
That is true.
Okay.
Well, we don't tour to support anything. We tour because we
want
feel
it.
like playing and we like to play. And we've always relied on our collective instincts, and it doesn't say tour. We feel like it's just it's such a commitment to go out for us for such, because if we go out, we have to go out for a long time.
And plus, Bill's been involved with a bunch of other projects as well, correct?
Rieflin, he's all over the place. McCoy's all over the place.
Decemberist.
Peter's all over the place. I mean,
I'm sorry, Peter.
No. Bill Rieflin is too. I mean,
Sure.
all the guys that we use, Scott McCoy, Bill Rieflin, Peter Buck, they're all involved in all sorts of different things. But really, it's just to go out and give it 100% for the entire length of the tour is something you have to be really committed
Huge
and
commitment.
prepared to do. And if we're not feeling it, we'd be cheating ourselves, we'd be cheating our fans, we'd be cheating the songs to
Yeah.
not go out there and give it 100% every night. So we figured we'd just pass on this one.
Very cool. Well, we certainly look forward to the new release, R.E.M. with Collapse Into Now, out March 8th. And as I said when we first sat down, Mike, thank you for the time. It's an honor, privilege, rock legend.